Welcome back to my channel Off-Grid with Laszlo and Renewable Energy. We have built this 3000 watt off-grid solar system on this rack a few weeks ago. Now we're gonna continue to install the Victron 10 kW inverters and make a very powerful off-grid mobile solar system. We are also going to install two NEMA 1450 receptacle, a 48 volt 18 amp lithium battery charger, a DIHOOL solar disconnect switch 4am DC circuit breaker with surge protector combiner box, a Grizzly Smart Level 2 EV charger, a power strip with USB so we can charge our handheld power tools as well. This is the most time consuming part, building this rack. Connecting the batteries and solar panels are very easy. Let's start with this Kemco RV50 amp female plug receptacle. I'm using 4 gauge wires and ferrules for every connection. 6 gauge wires would be enough to handle the task. However, under maximum load, the wires are generating some heat, and with that we have some energy loss. We always can use larger gauge wires to avoid this. Carefully remove the insulation with proper tool. Make sure don't hurt any wire strands. The connection points at this plug are colored. The chrome colored bolt is for neutral, the black ones for L1, L2. In our case, we're gonna connect black and red wires, and the green one for ground. Now let's connect the other end of the cable to the circuit breaker panel. Every main panel comes with 4 bus bars. On the right we have our ground, on the left we have our neutral, and the 2 middle ones where we attach the circuit breakers are L1, L2, the phase bus bars. If you are not sure where to connect these wires, please ask an electrician. After we install the breaker, we can secure the black and red wires. We are going to use a 50 amp double pole breaker for this receptacle. This is where we're going to install our EG4 48 volt lithium battery charger. Before we connect any batteries to the system, it is best to charge them up to 100%. This charger can be operated from 90 to 264 volt on 60 Hz and waterproof. We are installing a cable gland for the other NEMA 1450R receptacle. This is the RV guard, 50 amp, only 25 250 volt, enclosed lockable panel. The reason I've chosen this one because there is enough space to close the lid when the cord is plugged in, even with a big handle. If you're interested, I'm going to have the link in the description. We are going to connect the receptacle to a 50 amp GFCI double pole circuit breaker. The main difference is between this breaker and the one without GFCI, the extra wire that is attached to the breaker and the test button. When we connect this type of breaker to a panel, the attached neutral wire connects to the neutral bus bar. And if you look at this picture, there is an extra connection point above the white wire. This is where we're gonna connect our neutral wire coming from the receptacle. This is the DIHOOL solar disconnect switch 4M DC circuit breaker with surge protector PV combiner box. Before we mount the unit, we will make sure every connections are secured properly. This is not gonna take that long, but can save us from lots of trouble. This is the Quattro 48V 10,000W inverter charger. It can accept two AC inputs and automatically connect to the active source. We can connect the generator and the grid if we want to. There are two AC outputs, and the second AC output only activates if the AC is available. Continuous output power is 10 kW and the peak power is 20 kW. Dimensions are 22.6 by 19.2 by 13.6 inches and weighs 128 pounds. I'm so glad I built this storage on a pulley system. It helps me to control the weight precisely, and I was able to mount the units by myself. We can use it as a standalone unit for 120 volt system or program it to split phase or a 3-phase applications. After we remove the cover, let's take a look how it looks inside. On the right, this is where we secure the battery cables, 2 red for positive and 2 black for negative. Over here, there are 3 programmable relays. The relays can be programmed for all kinds of applications. These are mostly for advanced users. There are 2 analog ports. These ports can be used for several purposes, like communication with the BMS of the lithium-ion battery. There is a built-in battery monitor as well, can be set to start and stop the generator. There is 2 AC in and there is 2 AC out. Let's connect the battery cables, 2 red ones for positive and 2 black ones for negative terminals. Always use flat washer followed by a spring washer and a nut. Secure it max 40 Nm torque. Now we are going to connect the wires to the AC out terminals. The recommended size is to able to handle the 142 amps is 1 aught cable. I already have 2 aught cables, so I'm going to use that. These bolts need to be secured with a maximum 7 Nm torque. We have to make our wires for the charge controller 4 red for positive and 4 black for negative. On one end we are securing MC4 connectors, and once we are done we just connect them to the breaker box. On the other end, we are crimping ferrules to the wires, and this is how we're gonna connect them to the charge controller. This is the Victron Smart Solar MPPT RS 450 volt 200 amp charge controller. Designed to optimize energy harvest from high voltage PV arrays, perfect for 48 volt battery banks. It offers advanced features for efficient power management and system integration. Some of the features are ultra-fast MPPT technology, tracks maximum power point quickly to maximize energy capture. High-capacity battery charging, charges 48 volt battery banks at 200 amps, fully programmable for various batteries chemistries, lead-acid, lithium. Easy setup and monitoring with Bluetooth connectivity via Victron Connect, scalable and expandable VE CAN bus ports enable daisy chaining with additional 25 MPPT units. Built-in display. If you have only this charge controller, you can have access to all the data you need. Now we are going to drill a hole, install a larger size cable gland to be able to connect the battery cables to the other side. Let's make some battery cables for the inverters and start connecting the components together. These heat shrinks are very good quality. I found them on Amazon. If someone needs them, I will have the link in the description as well. This is the Victron Energy Lynx distributor. This unit is actually very impressive. It is a little bit expensive, but everything happens for a reason, right? This is a DC bus bar where we can connect up to 4 DC fuses, and the Lynx will monitor the status of each fuse, indicate the condition via LED on the front of the unit. The bus bars are rated for 1000 amps, multiple units can be connected together, and able to send all the data to Turbo GX. These tiny cables I'm connecting right now are the power cables for the Turbo GX. These 2-gauge cables are for the MPPT, and the 2-aught cables are connected to the inverters. As the last connection, we are connecting the EG4 3000 watt inverter with a 125 amp fuse. Just for reference, we connected the MPPT with two 125 amp and each inverters with two 200 amp rated fast acting fuse. And we are going to mount two fuse plugs for the batteries as well. I additionally grounded each inverters, mounted a 2000 amp smart shunt all-in-one battery monitor, the Turbo GX and the display. Technically, the system is done. I'm waiting for the Victron interface MK3 USB that allows to connect the computer for configuration and firmware updates. In the following video, we are going to do the update, connect some batteries and test the system how it performs. In the description, I'm going to have some links to other green energy related videos and some of the items I purchased and used. I really appreciate everyone's support in any way. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, have a wonderful day and see you in the next one.